Okay. Now he answers. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. That's like good. Dude. Perfect. Oh, man. That's so cool. Ow. And the ankle, which I don't need, but... Oof. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, man, that's so cool. Okay. Oh. Oof. Oh. Ow. Okay. I'll put that right there. I need... don't need a hanker, but... What's my key? Oh. Okay. Ooh. Right there. Right there. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think I can do it that way.
Right now, this is more necessary and good.
One in six who's required in the survey got their supplemental income in another way, including commissions, selling goods online, or gambling profits.
And Republican lawmakers in Kentucky have overridden Democratic Governor Andy Beshear's veto of one of the strictest anti-LGBTQ plus bills in the nation, and it is now law. Senate Bill 150 includes a ban on all gender-affirming care for minors, plus it prohibits public school instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity at all grade levels. The bill also requires school districts to ban trans students from using the restroom according to their gender identity. It also requires school officials to tell parents about confidential discussions with students about sexual orientation or gender identity as a way of outing the student. The measure also lets teachers ignore students' chosen pronouns. Protesters filled the gallery during the debate and voting. More than a dozen were arrested on third-degree criminal trespassing charges. The law goes into effect immediately.
And for more on international, national, state, and local news impacting the Black community, listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app or log on to DINnews.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Black Information Network, and on Twitter at BlackInfoNet. I'm Natasha Williams along with Bree Wood on your home for 24/7 news, the Black Information Network.
Let me try 860 for a second.
I guess I was always conservative, but you were the first voice I heard. You were the one who educated me. You were the one I first heard about George Soros. You're fantastic, and thank you for everything you've done for all of us. I wanted to no, it's true. But anyway, I just want to say that there is a difference between Mr. Clinton and Mr. Trump. Mr. Clinton had an affair while president in the office, in the Oval Office, desecrating both figuratively speaking and literally speaking the office of the presidency. Mr. Trump had this affair before he was any kind of political figure. It came up during the election. It's a totally different thing. We don't even know if that affair happened because according to Michael Cohen's lawyer, with the letter he produced, this was a signed transaction between the Cohen and Stormy Daniels. And then he turns around and charges his client, Trump, for services rendered. And Trump paid the bill, not realizing what this is for.
Right.
At the same time, if there was any credence and Stormy would not have had to pay $300,000 to Mr. Trump. That's
Good point. The whole thing is excellent. Look, your first point is the dispositive one. If there is no parallel between what happened sexually in a man's life prior to being president and while president. That's exactly right. They're not parallel situations. I don't think that, look, as I said to the earlier caller, I don't want to know about the private sexual sins of public figures. Assume that nearly all of them have sinned in that arena at some point. I have an abnormally low interest in the private lives of public figures. I admit it must be abnormal. When nature or God gave out the trait of curiosity about people's private lives, I was not in line. Perhaps I was the men's room of a celestial men's room. I have no idea. I assume that nearly all of these people have sinned in that arena at some time. And I have no desire to know about it. I don't think the society is better for it. I am happy that they did not report on John F. Kennedy's numerous affairs, indeed orgies at the White House. I don't know why. We would have been a better country if we knew about it.
If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. There's a particular time of life this phrase couldn't be more appropriate. How can you know you'll live the retirement you've always imagined? After all, life can be so unpredictable. You've worked hard and saved. Watch your accounts go up and down with the market. Your advisor says, don't worry, you'll be fine. But you still don't feel confident. Eric Heckman at Heckman Financial has a checklist to help you find out if you're on the right track for retirement. Take his checklist challenge. If you can check all the boxes with confidence, you may be ready for retirement. If not, Eric can help you address any potential costly mistakes. To get Eric Heckman at Heckman Financial's complimentary checklist, call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. See if you've got it right. Take the checklist challenge today. Call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered through Heckman Financial and Insurance Services, Inc. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
News, information. San Francisco. Streaming now on smart speakers of the Odyssey app service of Salem Media Group. Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. In a video posted Sunday evening, former President Trump is defiant as he prepares to turn himself in to face charges in an indictment handed up by a Manhattan grand jury last week.
We are now officially a third world country. No president in the history of our country has been subjected to such vicious and disgusting attacks. But they only attack me because I fight for you. It's very simple. They can't buy me and they can't control me. And that scares them beyond belief.
The former president will deliver remarks tomorrow night back in Florida after his scheduled arraignment in New York on criminal charges. What else? Correspondent Greg Cluxton reports.
The Trump campaign announced that the former president will hold the event at his Mar-a-Lago estate after returning from Manhattan. That's where he's expected to voluntarily call himself in tomorrow. Trump's Florida remarks tomorrow night will be his first public comments since being indicted last week. He faces multiple charges of falsifying business records, including at least one felony offense, according to the AP. Trump is expected to be joined in Florida by supporters as he vows to fight charges that he says are politically motivated. Ray Cluxton, Washington.
Also at townhall.com, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says Finland will become the 31st member of the military alliance on Tuesday. Russia warning that it will bolster its defenses near Finland if NATO sends any troops to the country. The court of the Russian capital says lawyers for the American reporter for the Wall Street Journal, arrested in Russia on espionage charges, have appealed his arrest. Evan Gershkovich was detained last week in Yekaterinburg. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 223 points, with the NASDAQ
Tennessee's law, NBA players getting high, and a vat of chocolate saves life. All that coming up, and then Bill will be here with the message today. But first, New York plans to close a bunch of streets in Manhattan for Donald Trump. He appears in court on Tuesday to be arraigned. Trump, of course, is the first U.S. president to be indicted, and as we talked about before, on the most phony baloney charges you could imagine. But here we are. Trump wrote on Truth Social, what kind of person can charge another person, in this case a former president of the United States, and also know that potential death and destruction in such a false charge could be catastrophic for our country. Why and who would do such a thing? Only a degenerate psychopath that truly hates the USA. Do you think there should be cameras in the courtroom? Tennessee recently passed a law that bans drag shows taking place where they can be seen by children. Seems normal enough. Amazing that this would even need to be a thing that would ever even need to be said. We've gone through all of American history without there ever being drag shows for children, but now there are, though Tennessee wanted to ban them. Well, a federal judge blocked the law the day before it was to go into effect, saying it was, quote, both vague and overly broad. Meanwhile, the Build-A-Bear Workshop has a new RuPaul-inspired drag queen bear that your child can stuff. Because why not? The NBA Players Association reached a new labor agreement. Part of it is no longer penalizing players who test positive for marijuana. And actually, they don't even test it. The NBA commissioner said, we decided, given all the things that are happening in society, given all the pressures and stress that players were under, we did not need to act as Big Brother right now. The normalization of marijuana continues. The next big thing to be normalized is microdosing on mushrooms. Just wait for it. All you're going to hear about is how healthy and natural this is. There was a chocolate factory in West Reading, Pennsylvania, and some employees sell natural gas. Well, they told a supervisor who said, it's going to, higher up, is going to have to make the call to the factory building about it. Well, 30 minutes later, the building exploded. A woman's arm caught on fire in the explosion. But she had enough time to think, why am I going to die such a horrible death? And she asked God to save her, so she ran, and the floor under her collapsed, and she landed in a vat of melted chocolate. Which, depending on how hot it is, I think that'd be kind of dangerous. Too dangerous, but delicious. And she survived. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. Bill O'Reilly with the message today. Thanks.
The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year's stocks dropped 20%, and this year could be worse. You are right to be worried. So please call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD